Intentionality makes a big difference, even in sex. Intentional bonding, intentional creation of intimacy. Actual sex does not start from the act. Sex starts from emotion and connection. It's words, it's atmosphere. That's how affairs start. That's how you jump in the bed with someone that you're not married to. Same thing. Same thing. It's an atmosphere. So if you can create it with a stranger, you can create it with your mate. All it takes is effort and intentionality, just like raising your kids. You want to be a good mom? You want to be a good dad? You didn't have a good mom? You didn't have a good dad? You've got gaps. Intentional focus and purpose towards those areas is what makes you different. Get in the Word. Get good books. Get Christian books. Married relationship is way better than being single and dating and changing partners like you're in a dance contest or something. That is not the design of God. Having 100 different sex partners is not the design of God. Having 10 different trial runs that you tried. Let me see if I like this Sonata. Let me see if I like a Cadillac better. Let me see what I prefer. No, that's not the way you're supposed to do it. The Bible says you're fracturing yourself. And one of the questions was soul ties. When you keep sleeping with people, one of the only sins unto yourself in the Bible is the sin of sexual sins. And you're sinning unto yourself. They're sins against the body. You're fracturing your spirit, and you're creating soul ties to yourself. You do not need to do that. You don't become better in bed because you've had 10 partners. You become better in bed because you've been with one partner and you've developed a healthy intimacy with that person. If you can't develop it here, you may change partners, but it was never intimate. It was never intimacy. It was only like flesh, and flesh fizzles and dies, and that's why they leave you. So you have to learn to build it in the right direction and kindle it. So I just wanted to share that.
All right.
So
we're going to wrap it up right here. So singles, know what you're looking for.
You can break soul ties. I just wanted to say that.
We're going to answer
soul
different
questions. You can renounce and repent for.
I want to answer different questions next service, just so we can keep broadening it out. So you can either watch it, we'll stream it, or you can come back and you can be a part of that as well. We're going to do a different discussion. I'm going to try to, and I'm going to tell them, well, we answered that in the first service. Watch the tape, or something like that.
Oh, but that's a good idea.
I want to answer it. I want to try to make it as broad as we can. So we're going to answer different questions. So if the singles, if you want to mingle and you want to get married, I want you to say this with me. Find out what I'm looking for.
Find out what I'm looking for.
Oh, you guys don't. There's no enthusiasm here, right? It's gonna take work, people. So have a clear understanding of who and what I want. Number 2. Just say this with me. Ouch. I need to become the person that attracts that. Spirituality and Jesus-centeredness is essential, right? And number 3, that's part of 2.5, so this is 3. So is just be open. Be open. Be open. Look past flaws. You have to look, like, I'm not talking like red flags. Go ahead. Well, we don't have time to answer that, but I want to answer that. So write that on a card and bring it, and we'll deal with that next service. I just want to say, the marriage people, say this with me. The key and the success to the longevity of my relationship is the Lord at the center, and my willingness, this is both people, my willingness to change for the betterment of the marriage. If you will not do that, your marriage will stop, and it will either become shallow and empty, or it will fall apart entirely. You have to change. And change is not defined as you define it. Change is a mutual decision between the couple. She needs me to change based upon the way that I am.
Or the needs that I'm having in this season of life.
Yes, which I don't want to get to. I want to try to wrap it up. But yeah, we can talk more about change. And then she needs to change based on that. The way that we talk to each other. The way that we spend time with whatever it may be.
There's a lot of fluidity with relationship. We're never at an arrival point all the time.
It has to be changed.
It's not. It's fluid.
It has
seasons
to be
and chapters of what works and doesn't work.